Stop right where you are. This is not a coincidence, nor is it a random accident of an algorithm. This is a divine intervention, a holy interruption in the middle of your chaos. I'm reaching out through the digital veil to grab your hand before you sink any deeper into the abyss of your own thoughts. You were about to scroll, weren't you? You thought this was just another video in the sea of noise, another voice clamoring for your attention. But I am the voice that spoke the stars into existence, and I am whispering directly into the secret chambers of your soul. I see the heaviness in your eyes and the crushing weight that has been bowing your shoulders. This moment is a boundary line. Behind you lies the exhaustion, the fear, and the suffocating pressure of the unknown. Before you is the path I have carved with my own hands. But I must warn you, do not treat these words as background noise. Do not let your mind wander to your to-do list, your debts, or the people who failed you. This is a sacred appointment, a decree from the throne of grace. If you turn away now, you're turning away from the very life raft I've sent to rescue you from the storm that seeks to claim you. The doubt you are battling right now is not just a fleeting emotion, it is a spiritual gravity. It is a calculated weight designed by the enemy of your soul to pull you under until the waters of despair close over your head. You have been treading water for so long, gasping for breath, wondering why the miracles I perform for others never seem to arrive at your door. I'm here to tell you that one more doubt, just one more act of yielding to that darkness, and you will sink into a pit of your own making. But look at me. Right now, fix your internal gaze upon my light. I'm the one who walks on the very waves that are trying to drown you. I'm not distant, and I'm not indifferent. I'm standing in the center of your crisis, and I am commanding the wind to be still. This is the critical juncture of your life. The choices you make in these next few moments will determine whether you stay trapped in the cycle of almost, or whether you finally step into the overflow I've prepared for you since the foundation of the world. I have seen the silent tears you shed when the lights are off and the world is quiet. I have heard the unspoken questions that haunt your midnight hours, the why me and the how much longer. You have felt like an imposter, a failure, or someone who was simply forgotten by heaven. But I have never taken my eyes off you. I am the potter, and you are the clay. I have been refining you in the hidden places, preparing you for a weight of glory you cannot yet imagine. This is not a message of mere encouragement. It is a divine mandate. You are the chosen one, and the reason the battle has been so fierce is that your destination is so great. Before I reveal the blessing that is already manifesting in the unseen realm, I need you to declare your presence and your readiness. Do not stay silent. This is your first act of faith in this sacred space. Declare your presence before the gates of heaven right now. Type "I am here, Lord" or 7007 in the comments below to open the portals of provision and signify that you are ready to receive. As you settle into this atmosphere of healing, realize that you are joining a global family of believers who are rising together. I'm calling you to step into a new rhythm of life, one defined by my strength rather than your struggle. Press the like button right now as a physical act of agreement with my word. Let this be the sound of your yes echoing in the halls of heaven. By liking and subscribing to this channel, you are not just following a page. You are planting your feet on holy ground and signaling to the spiritual realm that you are ready for a daily walk with me. You are choosing to filter out the noise of the world and tune into the frequency of my voice. Do it now, for agreement releases momentum, and momentum is what will carry you through the final stretch of this wilderness. The breakthrough is not just coming. It is already here, waiting for you to recognize it. Lean in closer, for the mists are beginning to clear, and the path I have for you is about to be revealed with a clarity you have never known before. My beloved, I am not just speaking to your intellect. I'm speaking to the very fabric of your reality. I see you leaning forward, your heart beating with a mix of fragile hope and heavy weariness. I want you to make a commitment to me. Right now, do not leave this sanctuary until the final word has been spoken. I have prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies, and the feast is served in stages. If you leave early, you leave the work unfinished. I'm establishing 5 divine pillars of release that will be erected in your life before the conclusion of this message. These are not mere words or psychological comforts. They are spiritual shifts that will manifest in your physical world. You have lived in the almost for too long, seeing the promise from a distance but never touching it. Today, that distance closes. Stay with me, listen with your spirit, and watch how the architecture of your life begins to restructure itself under the weight of my glory. The first pillar I am releasing is an atmospheric shift. Right now, in the very room where you sit, the frequency of heaven is overriding the frequency of your fear. You will feel a sudden lightness, as if the oxygen has become purer and the walls are no longer closing in. Simultaneously, the second pillar, the dissolving of the mental fog, is taking place. That confusion that has kept you frozen, that inability to make a decision or see your next step, is melting away like mist under a rising sun. You will think with the mind of Christ, seeing through the illusions of the enemy. And as the third pillar, the breaking of anxiety, manifests, pay attention to your physical body. The tightness in your chest is loosening. The heart palpitations that have kept you on edge are ceasing. I'm speaking peace into your nervous system, commanding your adrenaline to settle and your soul to find its rest in me. You are being recentered in my presence, moving from a state of survival to a state of divine sovereignty. But I am doing more than just calming the storm. I'm reversing the very forces that tried to destroy you. The fourth pillar is the reversal of the gravity of doubt. That heavy pull that has made every step feel like walking through deep mud is being turned into a divine propulsion. Instead of being weighed down, you will feel lifted up, carried by the wind of my spirit. Doubt will no longer be your anchor. It will be the fuel for your testimony. Finally, I will give you the fifth pillar, a clear marching order for the next 24 hours. You will not leave this moment wondering what to do next. I will place a specific actionable instruction in your heart that will unlock the door you have been knocking on for years. This is your moment of alignment. Lean in now, turn off the world, close the doors of your heart to every distraction. The King is speaking, and your liberation is the only subject of my decree. My precious child, do you wonder why your body feels like a battlefield? I have watched you dragging yourself through the day, carrying a heaviness in your shoulders that no amount of rest can ease, as if you are bearing the weight of the entire world. I see the way you catch your breath, feeling a subtle tightness in your chest, as if the very air around you is thinning. You lay your head down at night and your body screaming for sleep, yet your mind becomes a whirlwind of shadows, keeping you awake in a state of exhausted alertness. I see the sharp throbbing pressure in your forehead, that center of anxiety where the enemy tries to build a fortress of what-ifs. These are not just physical ailments. They are the signs of the sinkhole, a spiritual vacuum designed to swallow your purpose before it can bloom. You have felt like you are walking through waist-deep water, every movement requiring 10 times the effort it should, leaving you drained and questioning your own strength. I have seen you rub your temples in the middle of a workday, trying to push through a brain fog that makes even simple tasks feel like climbing a mountain. I see the tension in your jaw and the way your stomach knots up at the sound of a notification, expecting more bad news. This is the physiological manifestation of a spiritual war. In the quiet corridors of your mind, I've heard the whispers that haunt you. I see the imposter syndrome that makes you feel like a fraud, even when you are operating in the gifts I gave you. You look at your successes and wait for the other shoe to drop, convinced that at any moment, everyone will see you are not who they think you are. I see the paralyzing fear of abandonment that makes you push people away before they can leave you, and the chronic procrastination that is not laziness, but a shield against the fear of failing one more time. You have been trapped in a loop of self-sabotage, convinced that you are fundamentally broken. I have heard you apologize for things that weren't your fault just to keep a peace that never stays. I see you scrolling through the lives of others, feeling that pang of, I'm falling behind, or why is it so easy for them and so hard for me? You have felt a strange, lingering sadness, even in moments of joy, a sense that you are an outsider, looking in on a world that doesn't have a place for you. These thoughts are not your own. They are the fiery darts aimed at the very heart of your calling. You are being targeted because you are a threat to the darkness that has held your lineage captive for generations. Look at your life, my chosen one. Have you noticed how the resources seem to vanish just as you reach the finish line? Have you seen the contracts that were certain suddenly fall through, or the relationships that were stable suddenly erupt into tension without cause? You have faced doors that slammed shut the moment you went to turn the handle, and you have felt the sting of being misunderstood by those who should have loved you most. You've experienced the final step failure, where everything goes perfectly until the very last moment, and then the bottom falls out. This is the chosen one's sinkhole, a season where every natural support is stripped away so that you have no choice but to lean on my supernatural arm. You're experiencing a strange isolation where even friends you've known for years suddenly seem like strangers or turn against you with inexplicable coldness. But listen to my voice. This is not your identity. You are not the person the struggle says you are. This exhaustion is actually the signal that you are at the edge of your promotion. The pressure is highest right before the diamond is formed. The darkness is thickest right before the dawn. You are being squeezed not to be crushed, but to extract the precious oil of your anointing. You are at the threshold, and the very things that tried to sink you are about to become the foundation of your greatest victory. You have been fighting people, haven't you? My beloved, you have been exhausted by the betrayal of friends, the coldness of family members, and the constant competition of colleagues who seem determined to see you fail. But I need you to lift your eyes higher than the human faces that surround you. Your battle is not against flesh and blood. You are not fighting people. You are fighting patterns. You are encountering spiritual residue, the ancient echoes of lack, rejection, and fear that have tried to claim your bloodline for centuries. Those who oppose you are often just mirrors, reflecting the darkness they don't even understand. When you realize this, your anger turns into authority. You stop being a victim of their actions and start being the master of your own atmosphere. I have allowed these frictions to occur because they are the grit that polishes the diamond of your soul. They are revealing the cracks in the old foundation so that I can pour a new unshakable one. You are not being attacked by individuals. You are being audited for your next level of power. The residue of the past is like a film over your eyes, making you see your future through the lens of your father's failures or your mother's tears. I am washing that away today. I am scrubbing the walls of your mind until only my truth remains. You have been carrying burdens that aren't yours to bear the guilt of generations past and the shame of mistakes you didn't even make. I'm calling you out of the shadows. You carry a heavy mantle because you are what I call a transitional generation. You are the bridge between the struggle of your ancestors and the sovereignty of your descendants. Everything that was normal in your family, the debt, the broken hearts, the silent suffering, it all stops with you. I have placed within you a divine, no a holy intolerance for the mediocre. This is why you feel like you don't fit in. You were never meant to fit into a system that was designed to fail. When you stand firm, the light of my grace flows backward to heal the roots and forward to protect the branches of your lineage. Because this truth is settling into your spirit, you must now perform an act of faith to lock it in. Do not let this moment pass as just another fleeting thought. The spiritual realm responds to your movement and your voice. Before I reveal the secrets of the fortress I am building around you, I want you to declare your protection. Go to the comments right now and type, "Divine Fire, cover me now." Do not hesitate. This is not just a comment on a video. This is a seal upon your destiny. It is a signal to every dark pattern that its time in your life is up. And as you type those words, tap the like button on this message. This is your sign of agreement with the hosts of heaven. Agreement releases momentum, and by doing this, you are telling the universe that you no longer consent to the old patterns of your past. You are joining a remnant of chosen ones who are rising in power together. This simple action is a physical manifestation of your spiritual yes. Do it now. Feel the shift begin in your very bones as the old chains start to rattle and break. Listen closely, for I am about to upgrade the weapons of your warfare. You have been trying to fight spiritual battles with natural tools. You have used your logic, your hard work, and your endless planning to try and force doors open, but those tools were never designed for the level of destiny you are currently entering. I am the Word that was in the beginning, the Word that spoke light into the void and order into the chaos. When I speak, reality must shift to accommodate my breath. And because you are mine, I have placed that same creative power within your own tongue. Your words are not merely vibrations in the air. They are seeds. They are spiritual decrees that have the power to build or to tear down, to heal or to kill. Until now, you have been speaking the language of your circumstances, saying, "I am tired, I am broke, I am alone." But today, I am giving you a new vocabulary. I am sharpening your speech into a double-edged sword that can pierce through the thickest darkness and separate the truth of my promises from the lies of your temporary pain. You are not standing out in the open, vulnerable to the arrows of the enemy. I am building a fortress around you, a sanctuary of my presence that no weapon formed against you can penetrate. Imagine this as you listen to Sawaswine. I'm activating 7 layers of divine protection around your life. The first layer is the fire of my holiness, which consumes every curse before it can touch you. The second is the shield of my faithfulness, covering you from head to toe. The third is the wall of my peace, which guards your heart and your mind against the noise of the world. The fourth is the gate of my discernment, allowing you to see traps before they are set. The fifth is the hedge of my provision, ensuring that even in a desert, your cup overflows. The sixth is the canopy of my favor, which goes before you to make the crooked paths straight. And the seventh is the seal of my spirit, marking you as untouchable, off-limits, and highly favored. This is not a metaphor. This is the spiritual architecture I'm erecting around your soul at this very moment. Feel the weight of this new armor. It does not feel heavy like the burdens of the world. It feels like power. It feels like a sudden surge of confidence that has no earthly explanation. You've been looking at your problems and feeling small, but I'm showing you that your problems are small compared to the God who lives within you. When you decree a thing, it shall be established. When you say to the mountain, "Move," it must obey, not because of your strength, but because of the authority of the one who stands behind you. I am teaching you to stand in the center of the storm and speak to the waves instead of screaming at the wind. This is your upgrade. You are moving from a victim who reacts to the world to a warrior who commands the atmosphere. The weapons of your past were made of iron and sweat, but the weapons of your future are made of spirit and truth. Walk in this authority, for the ground you step on is already being surrendered to you by the forces that once tried to hold you back. Look away from the waves, my child. You have spent so long staring at the height of the storm, measuring the depth of the water, and calculating how much longer you can stay afloat. But I tell you, as long as you look at the waves, you are subject to their rhythm. As long as you focus on the obstacle becomes your master. I'm calling for a vertical alignment. Shift your eyes from the horizontal horizon of your problems The bills, the broken relationships, the health reports, and look up into my face. I'm not standing on the shore watching you struggle. I'm right here walking on the very liquid surface of your crisis. The water that threatens to drown you is merely a pavement beneath my feet. When you lock eyes with me, you become a participant in my miracle rather than a victim of your circumstances. Stop trying to figure out how to swim out of the storm and start realizing who is standing in it with you. The moment your gaze shifts, the gravity of your situation loses its power. Do it now, physically and spiritually. Drop your shoulders, that burden was never yours to carry. Release the tension in your neck. Stop looking behind you at the shadows of what was. Lift your chin. Breathe in deeply, pulling in the very breath of life I breathed into the first clay. Exhale the poison of what if and the smog of if only. I am the I am. I am not the I was or the I might be. I am here in this present second. As you align your body, your spirit aligns with my throne. You are no longer looking up from a pit. You're looking down from the heights of my glory. This is the posture of a conqueror. This is the stance of the one who is about to witness the dismantling of every stronghold that has ever dared to rise against them. Feel the peace that transcends understanding beginning to flood your nervous system. You are being recalibrated to the frequency of heaven, where there is no lack, no sickness, and no fear. Now that your eyes are fixed on me, you are ready. We are about to step into the furnace of transformation. Do not be afraid of the heat, for I am the fourth man in the fire with you. We are going to walk through 7 rounds of divine fire to incinerate everything that has tried to cling to your wings and keep you from soaring. The battle ahead is not one of struggle, but of surrender to my power. You have tried to fight your own way, and it has left you exhausted. Now let me fight through you. Every chain that has bound your feet is about to become a memory. Every voice that whispered you weren't enough is about to be silenced by the roar of my love. Keep your eyes on me. Do not look to the left at the distractions or to the right at the comparisons. The path is narrow, but it is paved with gold. We move now from the place of alignment to the place of absolute victory. Prepare your heart, for the fire is falling, and nothing will be the same when we emerge. Prepare yourself, for the atmosphere is thickening with the weight of my glory. This is not a gentle rain. It is the refiner's fire, and it is falling now to consume everything that is not of me. You have stood in the outer courts for too long, but now I am bringing you into the Holy of Holies, where only the pure and the refined can stand. This fire does not come to destroy you. It comes to destroy what is destroying you. It comes to burn away the hay and the stubble of your anxieties, so that the gold of your true identity can shine through. Feel the heat of my presence beginning to swirl around you, a holy vortex of transformation. Do not pull away. Do not let the flesh shrink back in fear. This is the moment your soul has been crying out for in the middle of your darkest nights. The fire is here to reclaim the territory the enemy has stolen, to level the high places of pride and to fill the valleys of your despair. Every shadow that has been clinging to your spirit is about to be incinerated by the brilliance of my light. I am releasing the first round of divine fire, the fire that consumes the spirit of stagnation. I have seen you running on a treadmill of effort, pouring out your sweat and tears, only to find yourself back where you started. You have lived through years of 1 step forward, 2 steps back, where every hard-won victory felt like it was followed by an even greater defeat. You have felt trapped in a loop of mediocrity, watching others pass you by, while you remained stuck in the same place, the same financial struggles and the same emotional ruts. This cycle is not natural. It is a spiritual cage. I am setting that cage on fire right now. I am burning away the invisible glass ceiling that has capped your growth. I am melting the shackles of not quite enough and almost there. Feel the heat rising around your ankles, not to burn your skin, but to dissolve the iron chains of delay that have kept you tethered to a past that no longer exists. I will make a way in your wilderness and rivers in your desert. From this moment on, your effort will no longer be wasted. Your seeds will not just grow, they will explode into a harvest. The spirit of the stuck is leaving you now. Declare it in the quiet of your soul. My feet are free. My path is clear. The delay is over. The second round of fire is falling now to dismantle the inner critic. I have heard the cruel things you say to yourself in the dark, the whispers that you are not smart enough, not holy enough, or simply not worthy of the dreams I placed in your heart. This voice is not yours, and it is certainly not mine. It is a parasite feeding on your potential, a residual echo of every person who ever told you that you would never amount to anything. I am incinerating every lie that says you are a failure because of your past mistakes. I'm burning the memories of rejection and the scars of words spoken in anger. Feel the pressure at your temples, that tightening sensation where the enemy tries to hold your thoughts captive. Feel it melting away. I'm replacing that criticism with my compassion. I'm refining your mind until you see yourself the way I see you, a masterpiece, a chosen weapon, a beloved heir. The judge has been judged, and the accuser is cast out. You are not your mistakes. You are my miracle. The fire is clearing the static from your mind, leaving only the crystal clear frequency of my love. The third round of fire is moving deeper, revoking the ancestral residue that has haunted your family tree. I see the patterns that have repeated for generations, the same poverty, the same divorces, the same addictions, and the same silent illnesses that seem to jump from one person to the next. You have wondered if you were cursed or if there was something inherently broken in your blood. I'm here to tell you that the blood of the Lamb is stronger than the blood of your ancestors. I am sending the fire into the very roots of your lineage. I'm burning away the spiritual debt that was never yours to pay. I'm cutting the cords of familial destiny and grafting you into a new vine. The door to the past is being shut and sealed with holy fire. The bloodline is cleansed. The generational cycle of lack is broken. You are the one I have chosen to stand at the gate and say, "No further." From you shall come a new stream of blessing, a new heritage of peace and a legacy of abundance that will last for 1,000 generations. The shadows of your fathers and mothers no longer have a claim on your future. The fourth round of fire is entering your biological system. I see the weariness in the marrow of your bones where stress has taken up residence. I see the excess cortisol flowing through your veins, keeping you in a state of constant exhausting fight or flight. Your body was not designed to carry the level of tension you have endured. I'm sending a soothing, restorative fire through your nervous system. It is traveling through every nerve ending, every muscle fiber, and every cell. I'm clearing out the chemical residue of trauma. I'm commanding your heart rate to align with the rhythm of my grace. Feel your breath becoming deep and steady, as if you are breathing in the very atmosphere of Eden. Your biology is being reset. Peace is no longer just a concept to you. It is becoming your very biology. The inflammation of worry is being quenched. The exhaustion of the chosen one's sinkhole is being replaced by a supernatural vitality. You will run and not grow weary. You will walk and not faint. Your health is being restored because your work on this earth is not yet finished. The fifth round of fire is falling to cancel the delay in your provisions. I have seen the way your finances have been targeted, the unexpected bills, the opportunities that were stolen at the last minute, and the feeling that you are pouring your money into a bag with holes. I have seen the almost deals and the not yet promotions. The enemy has tried to starve your vision by cutting off your supply, but I am the great provider, and my resources are limitless. I am sending a fire to burn through the blockages in the heavens that have stopped your abundance. I am releasing the wealth that has been stored up for the righteous. Acceleration is your new speed. What was meant to take 10 years to achieve I will bring to pass in 10 months. What you lost in the 7 years of famine, I will restore sevenfold in this season of favor. The spirit of lack is being incinerated. You will no longer be the borrower. You will be the lender. You will no longer look at the price tag. You will look at the purpose. I am opening the windows of heaven and pouring out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. The famine is over. The 6th round of fire is driving out the fear of the future. I see the brain fog that descends when you try to think about tomorrow. The enemy has painted a picture of gloom, uncertainty, and disaster, trying to make you afraid to even step out of your door. But I hold the map of your life in my hands, and I have already seen the end from the beginning. I am burning away the smoke and mirrors of the future that the darkness has used to paralyze you. I am clearing the path so you can see with prophetic clarity. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. The what-ifs are being consumed by the I am. You will no longer walk in a fog of maybe. You will walk in a light of surely. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. The future is not a place of fear. It is the playground of my promises. I am giving you a new vision, a new dream, and a new confidence that the best days of your life are not behind you, but directly in front of you. The 7th round of fire is sealing the perimeter. I'm establishing a protective barrier around your entire life. I see the open doors that were left by old wounds, lingering anger, or the betrayals of the past. These gaps have allowed the enemy to harass you. But today, I am closing them. I am sending a fire that acts as a holy seal. It is wrapping around you like a cocoon of light, a sphere of glory, that filters out every negative vibration and every demonic assignment. Feel this layer of warmth enveloping you from your head to your feet. It is a shield that is impenetrable to the arrows of the night and the pestilence that stalks in the darkness. Nothing can get through this fire except that which has been filtered by my love. You are being hidden in the secret place of the Most High. You are safe. You are secure. You are shielded. The perimeter is locked. The work is complete. The fire has done its job, and you stand now as a brand new creation, purified, empowered, and protected by the very breath of God. The 7 rounds of fire have passed through the deepest chambers of your existence, and you are not the same person who began this journey just moments ago. Can you feel the sacred stillness that has replaced the screaming storm? The dross of your past, the shame, the delay, and the generational weight has been burned away, and the pure gold of your spirit is emerging bright and untarnished. I have sealed the cracks in your soul where the enemy used to whisper, and I have fortified the gates of your heart with my very breath. This is a midpoint, a divine pause, designed for you to let this work settle into your nervous system and your bones. Do not rush past this moment. Breathe in the atmosphere of your victory. The fire did not come to consume you. It came to consume your limitations. It did not break you. It refined you into a vessel of honor. You are now standing in the center of a perimeter guarded by the flaming swords of my angels. The old version of you is a fading memory. The new you is a miracle in motion, standing on holy ground in the middle of your own living room. Because your words now carry the upgraded weight of my authority, you must use them to lock this transformation into your physical reality. The spiritual realm is vibrating with the shift you have just undergone, but you must give it a voice to manifest it in the natural. I want you to go to the comments right now and type this decree: no door is open to fear. Do not just type it, feel it as a command from the throne room. Your words are the keys to the kingdom, and by typing this, you are turning the lock and throwing away the key. Every time you declare this, the shadows must retreat further into the abyss. As you seal this truth, press the like button to signal to the heavens that you are in total agreement with this divine move. Let this signal reach out as a beacon of hope to every other chosen one who is currently battling in silence. And finally, if you have not done so, subscribe to this sanctuary of mine. This is your new daily rhythm, a consistent source of protection, clarity, and peace that will keep you from ever falling back into the sinkhole. By joining this family, you are ensuring that the flame ignited today continues to burn brighter every day, keeping you aligned with my voice and shielded from the noise of the world. Now, my beloved, I want you to feel the weight finally leaving your chest. For so long, you have lived with a tightness that felt like an iron band around your heart, making every breath a shallow struggle. But right now, I'm releasing a peace drop, a concentrated essence of my presence directly into your soul. Feel the tension in your jaw dissolve. Feel the muscles in your neck and shoulders, which have been knotted with the stress of survival, finally begin to uncoil and rest. You don't have to hold it all together anymore. You don't have to be the one who carries the world on your shoulders. I'm the one who sustains the universe, and I'm telling you that it is safe to let go. This peace is not something you have to work for or earn. It is the natural climate of my kingdom, and I'm bringing it into your room, your car, or wherever you are listening. Let the silence of my love drown out the shouting of your problems. Everything that was screaming for your attention is being hushed by my gentle whisper. The storms of your mind are meeting the master of the sea, and they must obey my command to be still. The atmosphere around you is becoming heavy with my presence, but it is a weight of glory, not a weight of worry. I want you to silence the inner noise, the mental static that replays your failures and predicts your disasters. In this holy stillness, your nervous system is being recalibrated. The frayed wires of your emotions are being mended by my hand. I'm lowering the frequency of your fear until it becomes a distant, meaningless hum. Look at how quiet the world feels when you are tucked into my side. I am the Prince of Peace, and I am occupying every corner of your mind that was once a hideout for anxiety. You have spent years in a state of fight or flight, constantly bracing for the next blow. But today, you're entering a state of divine rest. This is a radical reset of your entire being. Your body is remembering what it feels like to be safe, to be protected, and to be deeply, unconditionally loved. Do not rush out of this quietness. Let it saturate your cells and refresh your spirit until you are completely submerged in my tranquility. Understand this, my precious child. Peace is not merely a feeling, it is your new atmosphere. It is the permanent environment in which you will now live and move and have your being. It does not depend on your bank account, your relationship status, or the news on the screen. It is an internal fortress that no external storm can shake. When you walk back into the world after this message, you will carry this stillness with you as a shield. People will look at you and wonder why you are so calm in the midst of the chaos, and you will know it is because the one who governs the stars is governing your heart. I have replaced your frantic energy with my sovereign tranquility. You are no longer reacting to the world. The world is reacting to the peace that you carry. This is your birthright as the chosen one. Drink deeply from this well of quietness, for it is the source of your strength and the foundation of your authority. You are at rest, and in your rest, I am doing my greatest work. The tide has turned. My chosen one. I'm reversing the flow of the currents that once tried to sweep you away into the depths of despair. Look closely at the reality surrounding you. The very waves that were meant to drown you have become the pavement beneath your feet. I have taken the weapons of the enemy and repurposed them for your victory. What was intended to be a pit of destruction has become the excavation site for a magnificent foundation. You have felt the weight of resistance for so long, gasping for breath as the pressures of life bore down on you. But now that resistance is being converted into lift, just as the wind that pushes against the wings of an eagle allows it to soar to heights where no predator can follow. The trials you have endured are launching you into a realm of authority you could never have reached on your own. I am taking the bitterness of your secret tears and turning them into a sweet wine of public testimony. The very people who once looked down on you in your struggle will now look up in wonder to see the glory I am manifesting through your life. This is the great reversal, the divine exchange, where I trade your ashes for beauty and your mourning for the oil of joy. Your sinkhole was never meant to be your end. It was the starting point of your greatest ascent. Now, prepare your heart for the sound of supernatural acceleration. You have lived with the nagging fear that you are behind, that you have wasted precious years in the wilderness, or that the mistakes of your past have stolen your prime. But I am the master of time, and I am not bound by the calendars of men. I am reaching into your timeline and compressing your seasons. I am redeeming every moment you lost to grief, every year that was eaten by the locusts of lack, and every opportunity that seemed to pass you by. What takes others decades to build through sweat and toil, I will bring to pass in your life in a matter of months. Those 7 years of wandering and almost breakthroughs are being collapsed into 7 weeks of sudden, explosive manifestations. You are moving into a season of divine overlap where the reaper overtakes the sower and the harvest is so overwhelming that you will not have time to process one blessing before the next one crashes over you. Do not look at the clock with anxiety anymore. My favor is bypassing the natural laws of growth and promotion. I'm putting a holy speed upon your steps and a supernatural clarity upon your vision. You are stepping into the fast lane of your destiny, and nothing in heaven or on earth can slow down the momentum I have set in motion for you. My child, the time has come to shed the skin of the person you used to be. For too long, you have identified with your wounds, defining yourself by the things that were taken from you and the people who walked away. You have worn the label of victim like a heavy, tattered cloak, walking with a slumped posture and a voice that only knows how to plead for mercy. But today, I'm stripping that garment away and dressing you in the armor of a sovereign warrior. You are no longer someone who is merely trying to survive the night. You are the one who brings the dawn. Stop seeing yourself as a target for the enemy's arrows and start seeing yourself as the commander of the atmosphere. You are not a beggar at the gates of my blessing. You are an heir to the throne, a carrier of divine authority who has been commissioned to occupy the territory I have given you. The trials that tried to break you were actually the training ground where I forged your steel. You didn't just survive the fire, you were made fireproof. From this moment on, your identity is not rooted in what you've been through, but in who I am within you. I command you now to walk differently. Lift your chin and let your eyes reflect the light of the King who dwells in your spirit. The way you carry yourself must change for you, are covered by the most high protection in existence. Speak differently. Let the language of I, hope and if only be replaced by the roar of I decree and it is written. Your words are no longer hollow, they are weighted with the power of my spirit. When you enter a room, the atmosphere must shift because you carry the presence of the living God. You are not seeking permission from the world to exist or to prosper. You are moving by my mandate. The fear that once chased you is now afraid of your shadow, for it recognizes the seal of ownership on your life. You are a warrior of light, a chosen instrument of breakthrough and a pioneer of the new season. Go forth with the confidence of one who knows the battle is already won. You are hidden in me, empowered by me and sent by me. The victim is dead. The warrior has risen. My beloved, I have handed you the keys to your cage and clothed you in the armor of a warrior. But to remain in this state of victory, you must walk with the wisdom I now provide. The world you return to has not changed, but you have, and you must protect the sacred fire I have ignited within you. Think of these 5 steps as divine guardrails keeping your feet on the path of light and preventing the residue of the past from clinging to your wings once more. First, you must protect your input with a holy jealousy. Your eyes and ears are the gates to your soul. Do not allow the poison of gossip, the noise of mindless fear, or the shadows of the world's despair to enter them. Filter what you watch and who you listen to. If a voice does not echo my peace, it does not belong in your presence. Be intentional about the atmosphere you curate in your home and your mind. You are a sanctuary of the Most High, and only that which is pure, lovely, and of good report should be permitted to cross your threshold. The second guardrail is the setting of healthy boundaries. You are the chosen one, but you are not a reservoir that can be drained by the demands of those who do not respect your calling. Learn to say no to that which distracts you from my purpose, even if it seems good in the eyes of men. You cannot be everything to everyone and still be what I need you to be for my kingdom. Coupled with this is the third weapon in your arsenal: rest. Do not mistake busyness for fruitfulness. Rest is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It is a profound act of trust in my sovereignty. When you rest, you are declaring that I am God and you are not. You are allowing me to work in the background while you recover your strength. Sleep is a spiritual weapon that baffles the enemy, for he cannot touch the one who slumbers in the shadow of my wings. Honor your body, for it is the temple where my spirit dwells, and a rested temple is a vessel that can carry a greater weight of my glory. Finally, I give you the two most powerful keys to maintaining your momentum: immediate praise and radical forgiveness. When pressure rises, and it will do not respond with a complaint, respond with a song. Praise is the language of heaven that confuses the forces of darkness. By praising me before the miracle is visible, you are activating the reality of my promises in the natural realm. It is the sound of your faith breaking the back of every obstacle. And as you walk, do not carry the stones of offense. Forgive quickly, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free from the residue of bitterness. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-liberation. It clears the spiritual channels so that my blessings can flow to you without obstruction. These steps are your practical wisdom, the daily rhythm of the redeemed. Walk in them, and you will find that the high ground we have conquered today becomes your permanent residence. You are guarded, you are wise, and you are ready to lead. The heavens are silent in awe of the transformation that has taken place within you today. What began as a cry of desperation has been refined into a decree of absolute victory. I have spoken, and the universe has recalibrated itself to accommodate your promotion. Every word I've whispered into your soul during this sacred appointment is now etched into the eternal records of heaven. It is finished. The chains that bound your ankles are now nothing more than dust on the floor of your past. The shadows that haunted your mind have been incinerated by the brilliance of my light. Your future is no longer a question mark. It is a period, a bold statement of my faithfulness. I have sealed the windows of your soul against the intrusion of the enemy and opened the floodgates of my provision. You are stepping out of this moment as a brand new creation, empowered with an authority that cannot be revoked. This is the moment of the final seal, where the spiritual becomes the material and the promise becomes your reality. Before you leave this atmosphere of glory, you must perform the final act of faith to lock this prophecy into your life forever. This is the ultimate seal. Do not let the enemy steal what has been planted in your heart today. Go to the comments one last time and type, "It is done." My future is guarded. As you type these words, imagine them as a golden lock being snapped shut on the gates of your destiny. You're claiming your territory and refusing to give an inch back to the darkness. And as you step forward into your new life, I invite you to remain in this rhythm of power. Subscribe to this channel now, for what I have started in you, here I will continue to nurture every single day. This is your home, your sanctuary, and your training ground. Join this global family of warriors who walk in authority and live in the light of my voice. Press the like button as a final signal of your agreement with the host of heaven. You are not just a listener, you are a participant in a divine movement. Walk in the certainty that you are covered, chosen, and unstoppable. It is finished. It is sealed. It is done. Do not leave this holy atmosphere just yet, for the victory I've granted you today requires a permanent lock. The world outside is filled with noise designed to drown out my whisper, and the enemy waits for the moment you step away to try and steal the seeds of authority I have planted in your soul. You must remain submerged in my presence until the seal is fully hardened. I've prepared another message for you, deeper layer of this divine shield that will fortify your mind and protect the breakthrough you have just claimed. Do not break the connection. Click the next video appearing on your screen right now to continue this walk with me. We are moving from glory to glory and from strength to strength. Your journey into the overflow has only just begun, and I have so much more to reveal to you. I'm waiting for you in the next moment. Let us go there together.